You just gotta get into the cards. Get into the cards. Card soup in this Estrella storm piece. We feel it. We see it. There it is. Release. Look at that. 3 of Wands. What is the action? You got potential. You got some conflict in you. Burning in your mind and your body. Know it. You know it. You know it. You know what it is. It's already stopping you. You're like frozen and like, what do I even do? How do I live? Nothing. Got no ideas? I'm feeling stuck, but the wheel of fortune still turns. The wheel of time. The wheel of... the ultimate cycles of cycles that we are living in on our little planet with our little governments murdering us for money, for little monopoly dollars and currents. Wow, I meant to say currency, but like currents, it was like electrical. Imperial credits, it's just numbers. It's like a board game. We've sold our lives to the devil, being a global structure of a cannibalistic board game. Is that the right way to live? What is the right way? What is the right way? What is the right way? Full moon here with this ultimate creation. Here's the moon again. Moving on from, okay, all the swords, all the baggage in the unconscious, collective unconscious, generational trauma of all kinds, all the trauma that's in all the bloodlines that passes down to all the people, all the stories that they are. You know it because it's in your body, and that's why it's your story. That's why it's your responsibility. Is it not human? Magic. What about the magic? 10 of Pentacles. The magic of a truly self-sufficient and efficient paradigm of material abundance that is not undermined or sabotaged by like the underdeveloped ego of one species and their like abusive shadow of insecurity. What is the right way? We have the Empress here, her fire, the secret and the unconscious matriarchy comes to mind. Knight of Wands, the Tower. What is, it's fallen. We gotta figure out, we gotta start stepping on our stepping stones. Simplicity, look at that. Simple steps. That doesn't mean, oh, maybe in like a decade we'll have a few steps done. The stepping needs to be constant. Constant diligence, constant vigilance. Your feet are on fire. You have to step with the flame. Imagine it does include stepping on the snakes in the psyche. poisons of colonization. The poisons that become a block on the threshold of the imagination of humanity. It tells us that it's not possible to escape, to get along. You wouldn't make it without the system. That is the way that they have killed people before people are realizing that they're living half-lives. It's a Half-Life society. And like on Half-Life, the video game, the Combine, those aliens that took over, turned cities into numbers. People were harvested. And the Combine themselves, I guess, according to some of the lore I found out, were like another layer of like an enslaved species from another planet. And there was like some other layers. They got deep into that lore and I don't really know it, but it's interesting sci-fi stuff. Anyway, psyche, sincere psyche. How can we humans individuate our potential, a true way to sincerely prosper as a humanity that is not enslaved by stupid shit? You're worried about the imperfections that would come with true freedom if people weren't so held back? I think we would see an explosion of an abundance like you never believed possible. Humanity can be sincere. People can get better if they're given the correct environment and tools and time and support and reflections and compatible reflectors, as well as a language system to help them literally reprogram the structure that is in the subconscious language. It has to be that literal of thinking. That is why I started off this channel reading out of a book, Science, what is it? Science of Sanity? Or Science? Let me just grab it. I don't know why I can't remember the name. Science and Sanity. Excuse me while I just down this coffee like it's life-saving elixir. All right. Science and Sanity. An introduction to non-Aristotelian systems and general semantics by Alfred Korzybski. This taught me about the concept. Let me see if I can find it. It has a very clear use of language that is very, I think autistic people should read this book, actually, because it helps with communication. Also, if you have third house Neptune or third house Saturn, third house planets that make communication a general challenge in life as a theme, like me, it can be helpful. But anyway, there's a structural differential. That's the word. Structural differential. I don't know where I can find it. This is like a a science book from the 30s. I even forgot what I was even trying to say. What are the cards doing? Check out this book. Also, be careful with that thing. Alright. We have the Magician, sincerity. Oh yeah, humanity. Let's do the shift. It's time for shifting. Shifting time. Like, this week. What are we waiting for? High Priestess, Enema, Magician, the Empress, the Moon, sincerity. We have the ways in the cycles. We have the connections within us. If we have the language... Oh yeah, I was talking about recovery being possible. If we're smart and supportive in a way that isn't like an underlying, oh, but I'm like capitalist, so something needs to be some kind of exploitation. There needs to be some kind of upper hand. That's the old world that we're needing to let go of. Thank you. Can you see this? Anyway. So what's going on here? We have the moon transformation with the cycles. You can build. These are the steps. Daemon showing up. That's an interesting concept. I forget the book and author. King of the Britons. No. Daemon. The daemon. Yours. It's like there's a concept of your spirit self being a daemon that is the spirit that is at the controls, like in some kind of, how would I describe that? If reality has structural octaves or harmonics, and if those upper harmonics are where like other forms of spiritual life exists, I guess that's kind of the point. Like, this is like up the harmonic of life in the wheels of multidimensional life solution. The waters, Aquarius, age of Aquarius, the age of unenlightenment. I suppose Pisces would be an integrated enlightenment. But Aquarius is more of an awakening. What are you doing, kitty cat? Okay, so we have the Magician. Let's go over here. Magician with magic and the air. In the air. Simple magic in the air. 7 of Swords. Simple magic in the air. 7 of Swords. Simple, but with guile and strategy. Constructive. Queen of Pentacles. Working in reflection with ourselves and with synchronicities and with the imagination. The way it works is emotional connection. It opens up avenues into self. I feel like I'm like splitting between multiple types of messages at the same time. Like collective and also like talking about recovery, but also very tangent driven. But that's okay. This is the way we are learning to flow with this process. So I hope you learn how this works with me instead of against me, or trying to like tell me how to do it. Backseat driving my process across the planet. The shadow speaks. Is it wrong? Is it still in pain? Liffruma in the fluctuations. Witchcraft. Hell. Returning light from the storm. Time to take action. You take action yet? New romantic cycle. We have Libra. New moon in Libra. Aries and Libra. That's the opposite signs. Interesting. Polarities. Magic of polarities, light and dark, yin yang, fluctuations. Ignite. You're very close to achieving your goal. You have the spark, you know. Have faith in your dreams. Because you're going through the storm, and you are the light. You are the light. 12th house, static needs. Yourself. Legacy. What is your legacy? How do you get it out of your subconscious, flowing it through as magic into something that is constructive and that actually sustains you in some way? Hey, leaf unfurled. Don't walk over my coffee, please. She doesn't care. Win. Bliss. Gotta move on. Okay. Moving, working with the joy. Working with the joy. The joy is the adjustments. And working with a horse. I watched a very informative and educational, instructional video on how to properly mount onto and ride the basics of controlling a horse, riding a horse. I actually found it very useful. I haven't ridden a horse since I was a tiny little kid, and I kind of would love to, especially if it was like, I don't know, I understand that like human-animal friendships and relationships can be ultra important, like more important than human relationships. You know, most people know that with cats and dogs, but also horses and guinea pigs and rabbits and whatever else, snakes, lizards. Oak support. Okay, so here's the Libra, new moon in Sagittarius. We have luck. You're supported. You're not held back by pride. You're going on your journey. And you have your willpower in your hard work, which will pay off by your willpower on your journey. Conclusions are within reach, but this is like movement on the horse. With the horse, conclusions, matured legacy. Your commitment is being tested. That's why you have your willpower. That's why you have luck. And that luck can also be known as faith. Leaf shade cradled. Energy gaining momentum. Energy gaining momentum. The energy is gaining momentum. And my stomach is waking up. Oh no. So tedious. Every day I gotta make food, feed this little human robot, get it all energized, ready to go for something else. For another round of Earth life. Yeehaw. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Or fatherfucker. Whichever you prefer. Whichever you... It depends on who you're talking to, really. And the situation of the actual speaking and saying of curse words and stuff. It's funny how it can be very different. It can mean it can be said like with love and with hate or rage or anything else. And that's why feeling matters in like the context of emotional connection and like being able to understand the difference. Like if someone is like says something to you that like are curse words, but like you literally feel like the endearing joy out of their expression of those words, and so you're able to receive it correctly in that way. You know what I'm talking about? The Empress, King of Swords, 5 of Wands. What's the struggle? 7 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. Is this enough? I feel like I've been talking for a while. It has been 21 minutes. Are we done here? Maybe I should just go eat some freaking food. I have to go start some freaking food. Some good food. I need to calm down. Coffee. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll make more coffee. What do you see? Not much of a marking. This is round 1 for this mug. Ooh. Visuals are pretty wacky. This is you. Don't forget.